Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Cooking with Juicy. Okay, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be making funnel cake, and here, as you can see, I have the pot it's full of grease. It's like 8 cups of grease. Okay, so I have the pot heating up while I do the little funnel cake mixture. So 8 cups is like a whole bottle of oil. Okay, you can use vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever kind of oil you want to use. Okay, so got the pot heating up. So while that's heating up, I am going to be putting my other mixtures together. Now, my recipe calls for, let's start with 2 eggs. Now these are brown eggs. I don't know if it matters whether it's brown or white. So we'll see. Alright, so all I'm doing is just going to crack my eggs. And I'm cracking it in a bowl so that way if any shells get loose, I can remove them without putting them in the actual bowl where I'm doing my mixture. Okay, so like now I had a little shell in there. But I'm able to remove that. Okay, now I can pour it into my big bowl. Okay, so I don't have like the exact proper setup to do all of this, but I have a little tabletop single burner that I'm using for this purpose. Okay, so cracking my other egg. Make sure there's no shells in it. And I'm just pouring that into my bowl. Hey, you been waiting? Okay, well, wonderful. Child, it's been a long time coming. All right, now, with the eggs, I'm going to mix 1.5 cups of milk. Okay. So I'm going to take a cup. Burner back. And then I'm going to take a half. Okay. And I'm going to stir that up. This is the funnel cake recipe that I have been using for almost 18 years. I'll just say that. Okay, so I'm going to mix that up. Okay, don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so that's the egg and milk mixture. Okay, so I'm going to set that to the side. Now I'm going to take another little bowl. Okay, and in that little bowl, I'm going to mix the flour. I'll just tell you as I go along what I'm going to be mixing up. So I'm going to take 2 cups of flour. And I'm going to put the recipe in the description box so that way if any of you guys want to try this at home, you can. So, take this measuring cup. Oops. Alright, it's 2 cups, but I'm going to do 2 halves because I used my cup for the liquid. Okay. So what you can do is, just to smooth it out, you can take the back of a knife and just smooth it out, just like that, okay? Just to flatten it out, okay? So, it's going to be 4 of these because this is a half. Thought I had a whole cup here, and my other cup I put wet milk in it, so I don't want to add flour to that. Although I could. So I just did a half. And I'll just do another cup. And another half. So it ends up being 2 cups. Okay. Waiting on ribs. Girl, we had them ribs tonight, girl. And they were sure delicious. Yes, they was. Whoops. Oh, girl, that was way too much. All right, so I'm just going to pour that in there. Alright, so I got my flour in there, okay? So I'm adding all my dry ingredients together is basically what it is. Okay, so the dry ingredients is going to go into this one bowl. Alright, now I'm going to take some baking powder. It's going to be a teaspoon of that. And this is my measuring spoon, so all I have to do is just pull it back to the half mark. So you just pull it down to wherever you need it to be. So I need it to be at a half. Not a half, one, I'm sorry, at 1 teaspoon. So I have it on 1 teaspoon, and I just dip it here. And I could just take my little knife and scrape off the excess, and there you go. Isn't that cool? I got this from Walmart. So we only need a half of the cinnamon, so I'll move it up to the half mark. And then, there we go. Alright, so I got my half on there. Put that in there. And then a half a teaspoon of salt. Just fill this up to the halfway mark. And then put that in there. Okay? Now, I'm just going to stir it up a little bit. And then I'm going to add this to the milk and the egg mixture. Okay? Just going to slowly add this to that mixture. So just add that to the mixture. Stir it up as I go along. Add a little bit more. Stirring up my wet and my dry products. And this is the funnel cake. That's how you make, you know, your own funnel cake. And you just mix this up until it's smooth. Tad little bit more of milk because I think I did a little bit over on the flour. So I'm just going to add a little tad bit because I accidentally poured more flour than it's supposed to be. So that's the only reason why I'm adding that little bit. But the measurements that I gave is the exact measurements. But like I said, I overdid the flour by accident. So I just added a little bit more milk. Alright, you just mix this up until it's smooth. got my grease heating up here. Turn it up some since I'm almost done this mixture. So that's the consistency you want. You don't want it too thick and you don't want it too runny. So those exact measurements that I gave will get you the perfect blend. Not too thick and not too thin. Okay? Alright, so what I'm going to do now is take the little funnel, okay, and I'm going to pour some of this mix. Okay, whoops. Making a mess here. But I'll wet the end of this towel just for that purpose. So it's actually enough room in this funnel to fit everything that I mixed up in the bowl. So let me go ahead and get the rest of that out. Exactly how many funnel cakes this made, but we'll see. I don't remember exactly how much. So I guess if you want to make more, then you do more of the ingredients, and if you want to do less, then you do less. Okay. Alright, so now we got the mix inside of the funnel. Now, I'm going to pull up this thing here, and hopefully it's hot enough. So let me raise y'all up a little bit and kind of tilt y'all down so y'all can kind of see what's going on. Let me raise y'all up some so y'all can see when I put the funnel cake. Okay. Alright, so I don't know if it's hot enough yet, but this is how I'm going to test it. I'm going to test my grease out. By just putting a little drop. Okay. Alright, so I don't know if y'all can see where that rose to the top. See that little piece that I put in there? It went in and it rose to the top, which means the grease is ready. Okay, so I'm going to take this little utensil here. It's round to make sure you know that your funnel cake turns out round. And I'm going to put it in the grease. Okay, now let's go. just going to take this mixture. Oh, it's coming out kind of slow. And I'm just going to pour it around. Oh, Lord. It's falling out the top, child. I don't usually use this funnel thing. This is my first time using it. I usually just freehand it. I think my grease needs to be a little bit more hotter than this. See how slow that's coming out, guys? So I think the next one I'm going to kind of probably freehand it a little bit because I don't, it comes out too slow like this through this funnel. This is my first time using a funnel. Like I said, I usually freehand it and it pours out a lot better. So we'll see. All right, so can you guys see? Thank you, Nicole. Guys, so it's cooking up. I turned my light up some. I turned it up to the max. So this is my first time using the funnel and using that little round thing and using this tabletop single burner. I usually do it on a gas stove, but I'm using this. Okay, so we'll just let that go and I'll see what you guys are talking about while I'm waiting. Oh, you can see? Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, so it's not quite hot enough yet. So you want to make sure that it's at least 350 degrees, the grease, before you actually put your funnel cake stuff in there. I mean, it's hot because it rolls right to the top right away, but it's not quite there yet. But I love funnel cakes, and once this is done, then I'm going to take the powdered sugar and sprinkle it right on top. And then we're going to taste it, girl. See how it tastes. Yeah, so let's let that cook up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay. About the connection issues, guys. Sorry. Hey, Elder. All right, so it's almost time for this to come out. So I'm going to put some napkins on a plate to catch the grease once I take it out. Ooh, look how golden that looks. I think I'm going to do a little bit more on the other side. But yeah, that's a nice little golden color that I like for my funnel cakes. So like I said, I will put the recipe in the description box. But so I'm going to let this relax right here for a minute. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and put another. Alright, so I'm going to do another one. Yeah, so the only thing with this funnel is it's a slow process. See how slow it takes? Way too slow. For my liking, anyway. Yep. Don't like this little funnel thing. So while that's doing what it did, I'm going to sprinkle some powdered sugar right on top. Yummy, yes. And all it is, you know, just powdered sugar. Okay? So, while that's doing what it do, ooh. So the pan is a little bit more hotter now than it was the first time around, so. Alright, so there we go. Funnel cake. Mmm. Yum. I like a lot of powdered sugar. Child, that don't do right. I think the holes is too small. There you go. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah, it's definitely cooking much faster because the grease is really hot now. So, there you go, guys. That's how you make funnel cake. That's how I make funnel cake. Mmm. Yum. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed my little funnel cake. Little thing here. And, I thank you guys for joining me, and you all have a happy Sunday evening. Oh, yeah. Nice and golden brown. Okay. Yes. Girl, you missed it. It's all done. Mm-hmm. Yummy. I got another one in there. Mm-mm. All done. Bye, guys. I left and came back and it was buffering too much. Yeah, it was buffering. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. But when it came back, I went on and took it out and put it on the plate and then put the powdered sugar on it. Oh, yeah. Nice and golden. All right. Bye, guys.